Back in 2016, Daniel Hansen from Robert Morris of Illinois won the Intercollegiate Singles Championship as a freshman. Can he bookend his collegiate career with another one? We find out right now on CBS Sports Network. Welcome to Dayton, Ohio, a great sports town, also home to Poking Lane South. CBS Sports Network brings you the 2019 ISC Bowling National Championship. 4 bowlers remain today. A collegiate title is on the line. Our first semifinal matches up 2016 national champ Daniel Hansen of Robert Morris of Illinois taking on Matt Hibbard from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Then Kyle McGrath from Lawrence Tech of Michigan squares off with Tom Hankey Jr., a freshman from Weber International of Babson Park, Florida.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Dayton, Ohio. It's great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Kelly Kulick, former national champ at Morehead State and longtime PWBA Tour champ. Kelly, what an opportunity for one bowler today. We've got 4 on the lanes. Only one dream will be realized as a national champion.
Absolutely, Dave. We're going to crown that national championship here today in Dayton, Ohio, one of the premier capitals of the world for bowling in the United States. But the storyline really is Daniel Hansen. Won it as a freshman. He's coming back to end his collegiate career on a high note and maybe walk away with the singles championship, but he's going to have to walk through a couple of young men along that bracket line.
Let's flash back to 2016 in Wichita. Beat Darren Tang as a freshman to take home the national championship. What a moment for then freshman Daniel Hansen, now a senior trying to wrap up his career with another national title. Future for the sport, oil pattern. Kelly, let's break down what these bowlers will be competing on today.
Yeah, Dave, the young men here are bowling on a 47-foot pattern, and as you can see, it'll be displayed later. It looks like a space needle, where the end of that dark blue drops off. You really see the first transition, but there's this big pile of oil at the end in that space needle. There's going to be a lot of breakdown as the men start to migrate inward. It's going to become like a chess match. Who's going to adjust quicker? Who's going to be clean to make spares? And that will be your champion today.
Kelly, we can't wait. First semifinal, 2016 champion Daniel Hansen. Robert Morris of Illinois will take on Matt Hibbard from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. A national championship on the line here today from Dayton.
The Intercollegiate Championships Men's Singles on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Store, the Bowlers Company, by Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world, and by Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer.
Welcome back to Poking Lane South here in Dayton, Ohio, getting set for the ISC National Championship show. Kelly joined lane level now by our first 2 semifinalists.
Hey, Matt, first ever attempt semifinal match for your first singles title, going to semifinal match. You said your mom was your biggest supporter. What were her words of encouragement going into today?
Keep the feet slow, make good shots.
That's it, huh? Keep the feet slow?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, best of luck in this first semifinal match. Good luck to you. Daniel Hansen, already a singles champion in your freshman year. This is your last collegiate show as a senior bowler. Just recap the last few years and what do you attempt to do today?
Well, I attempt to win, but just the last 4 years have been unbelievable. Just college bowling, there's nothing like it, and it's sad to be my last day, but everything's always got to end, so let's go out on top.
You ready to bookend your career with another title?
Yes.
All right, best of luck to both of you. Good luck today. Back to you, Dave.
Kelly, thanks. Time for the Bowl TV highlight of the week. Daniel Hansen earned his way to the semifinals. A 781-671 victory over Jorge Rodriguez Rojas of Lincoln Tech, while Matt Hibbard knocked off Marcus McLean of Indiana Tech 684-652 to earn his spot in the semifinal. All right, Kelly, our BPAA road to the finals. Hibbard, Hansen, Hankey Jr., and Kyle McGrath. What a day for 4 bowlers here in Dayton. Ready to bowl. Hibbard leads things off. A Panther from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. A good start. All 10 back.
Daniel Hansen was the higher seed. He got to choose who to start, what lane to start on. Matt kicks under the way with strike in the first frame. Daniel's approach.
From Tacoma, is college bowling in Chicago at RMU. What a chance to finish out a career. Beginning with a title and ending with one. A little high, but just the 6-10 up.
Daniel not pleased with that first shot off his hand. Obviously inside of his target. High in pocket, 6-10 spare conversion.
Cross lane, 6-10. Knocks it down, no problem. Robert Morris, enrollment 3,056 in Chicago. Daniel's parents run 2 bowling centers in Tacoma, Washington. It's possible he'll go back when he's done with his studies to run one of those. Wasn't sure yet. Didn't want to commit when we talked.
High shot on the head pin, 4-pin. As they leave, the gentleman had about 15 minutes of practice, Dave, before the show actually started to tape. So there was a lot of transition already happening during that practice time, but you can see really high on the head pin, leaves a single pin spare, the 4-pin, easy cross lane conversion. I think first time in a while that we've had 4 right-handed bowlers on the same telecast.
That will be interesting to see, Kelly, how that affects play as the lanes break down.
It will. There'll be a lot more traffic.
Whoa, whiffed on the 4-pin, open frame for Daniel Hansen. That's a big early miss.
Yeah, Dave, there'll be a lot more traffic and a lot more friction build up to the right side as the gentlemen start to again migrate inward.
Did nerves get the better of Daniel there?
You know, I think he's very confident. I know he knows it's his last event, but in the interviews, he came across very confident, very relaxed, very casual. Once his feet get underneath him, I think he'll be better off.
So Matt Hibbert trying to take advantage, and does. Crunches 10 back to the pit. Mukwonagon, Wisconsin native, a Milwaukee suburb.
Matt's swing definitely inside out with the bent elbows. The ball's coming down at us towards the lane. Break points somewhere between 10 or 12. Love how he posts the shot at the end. Great repeatability.
He told us yesterday his ability to string strikes together, to repeat, as you said, that's his strength. Looking for 3 straight. And has it to begin the match. What a start here for Matt Hibbert.
Takes an early lead over Daniel Hansen.
Wow, look at that, 32 pins right out of the gate after the open from Hansen in frame number 2. So now the 2016 champ has got to rebound here. Let's see how he responds.
Light hit on the pocket, flat 10. You'll watch both these gentlemen, Dave. Daniel staying further to the right, outside. He's starting off around 16 with his feet, maybe 12 or 15, sliding 17. And Matt's already a zone inside of him, a zone left of him, playing much deeper. So that traction that's already built in the friction, it's going to start seeing some change right here within the first 5 frames of the match.
There's the 10, and there's the spare for Hansen.
Daniel's game 5-step approach really just drops into the swing nice and easy and smooth. Head is very still. Left arm is out to the side right there. Great open torso. Knee bent down here. Gains a lot of power as he pushes through on that power step. Look at that great knee bend. Not so much recoil with that left arm, and I love his steadiness of his head.
Works on a spare, knocks out 10 back. That is very big for the confidence of Daniel Hansen.
Yep, just starting to settle in with his nerves. You can see that brown board, about 40 so feet down there, board 10. Ball doesn't deflect much. As you said, Dave, 10 straight back.
Hibbard's in great shape here. Chance for the front four and a 42-pin lead in our first semifinal. Comes in a touch high this time, 3-6 up.
Inside that target there. Again, Matt sliding right around 25, 24, much deeper inside. You can see Daniel's ball was somewhere around here. Matt's ball is definitely a lot further inside. Doesn't get quite as far right at the head pin, leaves the 3-6. Goes cross lane with a spare ball. Try to slide the 3 right into the 6 pin.
The sophomore takes care of business, has his spare. Last year in the sectionals to get to the nationals, finished top 20. He's about 40 pins out of the cut to get to the ISC nationals. A thrill for Matt Hibbard to be this far, and now in great shape to try to advance to the final. But every shot is important. And he's got Daniel Hansen, who's making his 3rd career either ISC or ITC TV appearance. Been on a team final as well. Go to the finals for Hibbard. Wow. Nothing but shrapnel left in the pit. Strike for Matt Hibbard.
Yeah, as you see, as the men progress, their scores did get higher. Again, Matt is in a totally different zone than Daniel is, much further inside. A lot more surface on the bowling ball that he's using. Great shape as the ball's traveling down the lane. He's in control of his emotions and the lane itself.
He's a big fan of PBA Tour superstar EJ Tackett. I think EJ be proud of some of the shots that Matt has started with here today. Hansen needs strikes, needs them now. Does not need that very difficult spare conversion.
Yeah.
2, 8, 10.
Tough spare right here. As again, Daniel's much further right than Matt is. That space needle that we talked about in the pattern itself, where that puddle of oil's down the lane, that's where they're starting to hit that part of the lane. And the ball just almost wants to pick up speed and not even change direction.
Takes care of 2. Another open frame. And the lead balloons on the bench for Hibbard at 42 pins, who's working on a strike. Second team All-American for Hansen. Very good friends with Marshall Kent, another PBA Tour star. And Robert Morris of Illinois alum. Whenever Marshall comes through town, he always hangs out with the guys, spends a lot of time with the current Robert Morris players. Gives them a lot of advice. I'm sure he'd have some words of encouragement now for Daniel. Best shot of the match. Underway from Dayton. ISC National Championship Day. Hibbard Hansen, first semifinal. Matt Hibbard off to a great start against the 2016 champ.
Have all that hard work pay off finally.
First bad break for Matt.
Yep,
yeah.
10 pin there.
He's been in control of the pocket all morning long. Left lane playing a bit deeper, sliding a little bit deeper. Again, for pattern's 47 feet, so it's way down further past that brown hash mark. As the ball hits the pocket, just 6 pin just wraps itself around the 10, leaving the 10 by itself.
Still a big lead and in great shape here. Whoa, I mean, barely the side of the 10. And a big smile for Matt, converts his spare. That was close.
Yeah, Dave, cross lane for the spare. You want to use as much of the lane as possible. Oh,
That's by a whisker, Kel.
it is. Just barely in the gutter itself before it had enough circumference to touch the 10 pin and tip it over.
Dean's List student, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, 3.89 GPA. Computer science major. Hansen needs a big rally. Starts right now, the 7th. And only a 7-pin count. Didn't get it. Working on strike.
6, 9, 10 left. Daniel's finding some of the traffic that Matt has built up for him. He's starting to move in his zone that he's in, so he's encountering much more friction in the front part of the lane. Ball changes direction quick. Then it starts to tighter down the lane. He's in trouble.
3 and gets 3. He told us last night he's just going to enjoy this moment regardless of a win or a loss, and he's in big trouble now against Hibbard. This will be his final collegiate appearance. He watched that 2016 title as we see his road to the finals. 7-10 times he thought on YouTube. Didn't want to watch it last night or this morning before the show, but he likes to show it off occasionally. He admitted that, which I think is cool. I mean, hey, international championship, that's a big deal, right?
Absolutely. 2-4-10 though, he's definitely in trouble. Now the left lane has been a much more deeper in. This one he sails it off to the right side. Just so much disappointment right now he's displaying. But all of the young men last night displayed this level of confidence. They were very calm and approachable going into the final match today. 2-4-10 leaves the 2-10 by itself.
So another open. Did you know more than 85,000 kids bowl in high school, but only 4,000 of them can find college programs? Collegiate bowling is growing fast, but there's still work to be done. To learn how to start a program at your college, visit bowl.com/collegiate. Now this match is close to being over. Hibbard's really just got to show up here in the last couple frames. Hansen had to strike out back in 2016 to beat Darren Tang in Wichita to win the title, but he will not have that opportunity, it appears, here today. Hibbard stays hot. Gets a late hit on the 7. Another strike.
Yeah, what's going through Matt's mind right now, if I'm thinking, what's going on? His head is thinking, okay, well, I can explore a little bit. Watches the ball reaction as he's watching the ball travel down. Now he's getting the high hits. He had the light hits, ringing flat 10 before. Trips a 4-pin now. He's in control. Maybe some ball changes just to see what he can explore in the future match.
Now that does it. Mathematically eliminates Hansen. So Matt Hibbard from Milwaukee Panthers will advance to the championship match here today in Dayton. We asked him, well, 10 years down the road, how do you want to be remembered? He said, level head, all the way. Calm, cool, and collected, because being the loudest one doesn't always mean you're the best one. You're always right. And Matt Hibbard letting his bowling do the talking here. And a chance for us, Kelly, to wrap up a tremendous career for Hansen.
Yeah, you know, really put the spotlight on himself in his freshman year when he won this title back in 2016 in Wichita. Now he's ending on such a high note. Last year we saw him in the team finals, just finishing second to McKendree men. But what a career to highlight, and what a future of the sport we have ahead of him. He's going to be possibly a part-time bowler in the PBA, maybe full-time bowler. But the sky is the limit for Daniel Hansen. Great family background. Look for more of him to come in future events.
The 2016 champ is done in 2019. Daniel Hansen of Robert Morris cannot overcome the great start from Matt Hibbard. And the Milwaukee Panther advances to the championship match.
When freedom is threatened around the world, when floodwaters rise and wildfires rage, wherever the fight, whoever the enemy, when America needs her best, she sends a soldier. Do you have what it takes? Find out at GoArmy.com/warriors.
Our first semifinal here in Dayton complete. Matt Hibbard, Wisconsin-Milwaukee, wins 219-170 over Daniel Hansen from Robert Morris of Illinois with 7 strikes, 3 opens for Daniel Hansen. That was all Hibbard need to advance to the finals. Kelly joined lane level now by our second semifinalists, Kyle McGrath and Tom Hankey Jr.
Hey Kyle, last night in the interview you said you wanted to be aware of your body awareness. What is your body awareness for this match, and is it going to win you this first semifinal match?
My body awareness is just making sure that I stay clean through every shot, not stress the arm too much, just take it one shot at a time and throw good shots and see what happens.
All right, words live by good luck in this opening match. Thank you. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You said last night you really like to visualize or feel the moment. You really visualize the feeling. What is your feeling for the semifinal match?
Right now, the feeling is just one shot at a time. It's me versus the lanes, and everything else is just here. So I just have to trust my process and trust in myself that I can do this, and we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Trust the process, Tom. Good luck in the semifinal match. Back to you, Dave.
All right, Kel, thanks. Bowl TV. Highlight of the week, Tom Hankey Jr. earned a trip to the finals with a 690, 643 win over Alex Ouellette of Concordia, the top seed here in Dayton. Lawrence Tech Jr. Kyle McGrath defeated Nathan Struble of St. Ambrose, 683, 575 to earn his spot in the championship match here today on BPA Road to the finals. ISC Intercollegiate Singles Championships. Hibbert, easy win over Hansen. 219-170 semifinal. Hankey Jr., Weber International of Florida against Kyle McGrath from Lawrence Tech. The Blue Devils, LTU, Southfield, Michigan. That's just outside Detroit. And McGrath will lead us off. The winner takes on Hibbert here in Dayton for a championship. Davison, Michigan, just outside Flint. Tap on the 10, and down it goes across the deck. What a start.
Tap on the 10, Dave. Put a stamp on that. That was deliberate for the messenger. Quick rollover, slides out, knocks over the 10. Much power out of Kyle's bowling ball and delivery.
That's got to feel good. I mean, it's a one-game match. Winner advances, loser is done. Here's Tom Hankey Jr. Great Barrington, Massachusetts, the Berkshires in western Mass, a beautiful part of the country. Ball 10 back. Great start for the freshman.
Both players in control, look very calm, very collected. Tom Hankey Jr. 5-step approach. Gets the ball in the swing very quick. Look at the body tilt from the spine and the waist. All this power right here going down into the knee itself. Left arm is out to the side. Bent elbow at the release. Sticks the landing. Back to up in the air. Much improvement from when he said he first started the Weber program to where he is at the end of his freshman year.
Wow. He's dialed in and he's pumped. It's interesting, in meeting with him last night, he was very soft-spoken, as was the case in your lane-level interview a moment ago, but he said to us, when I get going, I'm going to get pumped and be emotional. There's a good example from the freshman from Florida.
His teammates said he was insane. Insane type of emotion.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I can't wait to the 10th frame.
Numbers for McGrath. Split. Wow. 210 challenge early in the match here for Kyle McGrath.
Yeah, it's interesting, as the men already started to chase the pattern left. Now that puddle is back part of the lane. They're in the same area from the last match between Hansen and Matt Hibbert. But with the ball speed increasing as they start to go more in-out, they're going to hit that puddle at the back portion of the lane. Ball's going to pick up speed, and we're going to see a few more splits when the misses are down the lane to the right.
Not easy. Leave the 10. It's an open frame. And a break for Hankey Jr. on the bench. The Junior Gold Championships will take place July 13th through the 20th in Detroit, Michigan. This elite event features the top youth bowlers in the country, competing for over $300,000 in scholarships in 8 age-based divisions, and a chance to bowl on Junior Team USA. Visit bowl.com/juniorgold for information.
Interesting note, Dave, too, when the gentlemen start to bowl, they can touch their service prior to their first practice ball. Once the balls go down the lane, they cannot alter the surface at all, so that lane shine is starting to pick up on the ball, again, increasing its distance down the lane. Solid pocket hit there, though, for Kyle.
Great way to respond to the open. Gonna do us from LTU, about 3,200 students in suburban Detroit.
Not a lot of axis rotation. The ball gets into heavy, heavy roll very, very early. And what that does is it tames down the pattern from front to back.
Yankee Junior, Weber International, Babson Park, Florida, not far from Orlando. Continues a great start. And a 32-pin lead.
Look at the ball right here. Traveling, there's that light board, so it hits right about board 9, 10, 11. The break point splits the 8-9 as the ball rolls off the pin deck towards that 8-pin. That's when you know you're in the right part of the lane with the right ball.
He told us last night he just loves to bowl. Loves to work on spares, difficult splits. He's a grinder constantly. Practice facility. That's paying off here. Tom Hankey off to a tremendous start. The front four and a 42-pin lead on Kyle McGrath.
Right at board 11, 43 feet. Starting to feel the energy through his veins, getting the crowd pumped up.
That's not quite insane yet, but
Not
that's
insane.
better. I mean, he's getting ratcheted up here as the match progresses.
Kyle threw his matches. He had 576 first round, then 683, so 209 average. Right now he's down by 42 pins in the semifinal match.
Big arm swing. And good ball reaction as it hits the 1-3 pocket, all 10 back for McGrath. This backswing is unbelievable.
It is, Dave. He's got to be like 6'2". Big first step, heel to toe, then gets the ball in the swing, walks past it with the hips. You can see how vertical it is, almost just above his head. Left arm is straight down to the floor. But again, so much athleticism as he powers through that power step. Heavy end over and roll. He does make the pins dance.
Big fan of Walter Ray Williams Jr., the legend, Hall of Famer, 7-time PBA Player of the Year. Gotta hurry, and misses the pocket.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4 up.
Out the doors, I would say. Sliding about 30, 31, way inside left off his hand to flare out to the right. Most of the control has been around this part of the lane. As you can see, he's about at least 3 or 4 boards outside of the breakpoint area. Leaves the 1, 2, 4. Looks like he's going to hook at it.
Mechanical engineering major. Have to figure some physics and mathematics into this shot. Wants to work in the automotive parts industry in Detroit. Upon graduation, didn't like it, but converts. Or maybe he just knew it was perfect. He turned away pretty quickly there, didn't he?
You would never know this is the first TV show.
Here's Hankey Jr. What a start. Looks for the front 5 and a 45-pin lead in the second semi. 10-pin. Strike streak is over. A single pin conversion remains.
See Tom's much deeper, about 17, 18 at the arrows. Now he's starting to migrate again further in left. Bringing 10-pin. The difference is he lost the ball a little bit over the front portion of the lane.
There's a 10-pin. Tom tells us the support from his Weber teammates has been essential to his success.
I can't wait. I know the girls are going to be screaming their heads off. The guys are going to be rooting for me the entire way. And it's just who we are. We're a family. We stick together. We fight together. And I can't wait.
Second semifinal underway. Tom Hankey Jr. has a big lead, up by 34 pins on Kyle McGrath. Great to see Joe Polking here, proprietor of this Center here in Dayton, Polking Lane South. We appreciate all the support of Joe and his great staff here. Had a hot coffee for us the second we came in the center yesterday. It was awesome. Cold, rainy day here in Dayton. We appreciate that. All right, 6th frame here, Kel. What about Kyle on a comeback?
Well, I have to say, Dave, Tom seems to be very much in control of this match. Great ball roll, just executing perfectly each and single time. But Kyle said last night that he's really good about his guesses and his first ball execution. Not right there, though, again, leaving the 1-2-4. Where he accelerates at the bottom of his swing, speed control, I think, is the biggest factor on this pattern. We watch right here off his hand. Again, great ball roll, but way extended to the right, further away from the break point that he has been. With this pattern, you have to keep your angles in front of you. Really just try to feed it to the 1-3 pocket and leave makeable spares.
Like our picture-in-a-picture here, the ability to see the pin deck, the 1-2-4, and the score bug at the same time. New to our bowling shows this year. Let's take a look. Satisfied with his cover, and all 3 down for the mark.
One, 2-4 conversion, no problem. Hits the left side of the head pin, domino effect right into the 2 and the 4. Ball change here, though. Possibly first ball, second ball.
Let's see if that pays off for him. Kyle has never faced Tom before on the lanes. He was crossing with him throughout the matches here to get to the show, and saw a little bit of what Tom had in mind in terms of breaking down the lanes. So had a fair feel for strategy entering this TV show here today. In a big hole. That ball change worked out pretty well. All 10 back, rips through the rack.
Yeah, Dave, looks like he went to a smoother, controllable, symmetric bowling ball. Just again, tightened up the angles, didn't get it quite as far right down the lane. Almost taking lead from Tom Henke himself, getting in the same zone. But again, look at his scores. 658, 677, 690, improved each single time for Tom Henke, averaging 225 in those 3 matches.
Stays hot. Responds to the McGrath strike in the 7th. And 60 feet to success for Tom Henke Jr. Lead back up to 47 pins. And he's having some fun with his teammates on the men's and women's side from Weber International. Our future for the sport. Lane conditions, Kelly, let's revisit.
Yeah, Dave, this is the most important part where those red lines are, is where the lighter volume is. So the cliff is here, but this portion down here, once the men start to get in this zone as they migrate left, they're hitting all that oil there, going to want to push the ball down the lane and maybe extend too far to the right of the head pin. So I know my lines don't make too much sense, but that lollipop or the Space Needle is where the heavy volume is at the back portion of the lane.
And he's breaking down the conditions perfectly. Another strike from McGrath Jr. Has the turkey in the 6th, 7th, and 8th frames after starting with the front 4.
Tom Henke, if he stays clean, at 279 for his high score.
Wow.
232 for McGrath.
Kyle plans to have a summer internship, automotive company. We talked about his desire to get into auto manufacturing for his career. That big swing and more trouble.
Ooh,
Wash
unusual
out.
spare, yes. 1-4-6-10. Kyle almost off the approach here. But again, heel toe on that first step. Ball in the swing really quick. And he accelerates at the bottom. The pattern just never built up in the back part of the lane. All the friction is in the front, or that dark blue zone that you saw earlier. So you really can't miss right. You have to keep your angles in front of you.
Got lots of cover and cannot convert. Very difficult spare attempt. Move the 4-6-10. Got started bowling as a youngster. He and his brother Connor, who's here today, just loved the sport from the very beginning. Played a lot of sports growing up. Still has fun with billiards and darts and ping pong. He's competitive, but bowling is his love, without question. Late open, huge hole. Comes in high, leaves the 6-10. And mathematically, this one is over. Tom Hankey Jr. will advance to the championship match to take on Matt Hibbard from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. The young star from Weber International is through the championship. And a great run, Kelly, from McGrath, about to come to an end.
Yeah, he did say he waits for the lanes to open up to him, and again, fortunately, there wasn't as much friction to the right. He had to keep his lines in front of him, and that's what Tom has done so well. He's been able to control the pocket, keep everything tight, not overextend. Great ball speed. But what a great way for your sophomore year to attempt to bowl for a singles title.
10-pin stands for Hankey. First TV appearance. He told us he would just worry about himself versus the lanes. And that worked to perfection in the semifinal. He's pumped. He'll take on Hibbard for the title coming up. Great Miami River runs right through Dayton, Ohio. Home of aviation history, the Dayton Flyers, and bowling. And Polking Lane South here in Dayton, Ohio. We're ready for our championship match. Hibbard and Hankey head-to-head. Kelly has the finalists.
All right, Matt, we've heard in the first match what your mom gave you her words of wisdom. In order to win this singles championship title, what are your words saying to yourself right now?
Just make good shots. Keep it the same. We'll do it.
All right, same game pattern. Best of luck to you in this finals match. Tom, great score in that last semifinal match, working on a high. You said you and Dell are some of the same people. He's a great coach. So going into this final match, what are your words of encouragement to yourself that's going to win you this title?
Trust the process, trust myself. Just taking one shot at a time. It's me versus the lanes. Everything else is just here. And just trust in myself that I make good shots.
All right, trust is the key word there. Good luck to you in this final match for the singles championship title. Back to you, Dave.
Go, thanks. Hoping advice from Coach Del Warren pays off. Our BPA road to the finals. ISC Intercollegiate Singles Championships. Here we go. Hibbard, Hankey Jr. are set to square off. Only one will raise that trophy and take home the championship watch here today in Dayton, Ohio. Should be a tremendous match. Each not really tested in their semifinal.
It's the washout.
So after being so dominant in that first semifinal, really his first adversity of the day, let's see how the youngster from Wisconsin, Milwaukee responds. A lot to cover. Can't do it. 10-pin stands, early open.
In my opinion, Dave, the scores are fairly high from these two gentlemen going in the semifinal match. It's really going to come down to execution, delivering the ball the same way each and every single time, keeping up with the lane transitions, and who's going to knock over 10 more than 9.
What's going through the mind now of this youngster, Tom Hankey? Just a freshman from Great Barrington, Massachusetts in the Berkshires. Weber International star. He saw Hibbard struggle. First shot at the gate. Does not repeat the feat on his lane and knocks all 10 down. That's got to be a huge confidence boost, Kel, after Hibbard struggled.
Yeah, you know, Tom just came off this last match, so he sees the lanes. He knows what's occurring over time. Same part of the lane. He got 4 practice shots where Matt had 6. He's right now staying in that same groove that he just came off of.
Told us yesterday, really takes pride in his spare shooting. That's his forte. But we've seen mostly strikes from the freshman here today. Looking for another great start in the championship match this time. Pretty good looking shot, 10-pin stands.
Yeah, so again, as the gentlemen start to migrate left, they need to really start to increase their axis rotation. I mean, get their hand around the ball more so the ball will change direction harder in the back portion of that tighter lane. Flat 10-pin for Tom Hankey.
Big fan of Mika Koivuniemi. He's met Major Mika a few times. Learned a lot from his game. Especially told us last night the different ways that Mika can look at a shot or a series of shots and make adjustments to be versatile. Cross lane 10-pin, no problem. Pretty good role model, right?
Absolutely. Major Mika, that'd be a great role model for me too. His intensity, his approach to the mental game, how he approaches each and every single shot and delivery. But now Matt Hibbard, standing about 15, does have a quite drift, has a large drift to the left as he opens up his hips and body to get the ball to go in and out.
Struggle continues.
He's in trouble right now.
6-7, he sure is. Top split to convert here, Cal.
Yeah, again, with that lock of oil in the front and as it tapers off really quick. He's using a lot of surface on his bowling ball that's left over from the previous first match. And it wants to read the lane really soon. What it does is it depletes the energy of the bowling ball itself. So as the ball is traveling down the lane, losing energy quick, it doesn't have enough to kick back. He might see a ball change coming up. That would be one of my thought processes going into the third frame.
Sixth dance. Another open for Hibbard, and the struggles continue in the championship match.
You can see Matt, he starts right here about board 15 with his left foot on the outside of his left foot. Big crossover first step. Follows it up. Wow, that's about a 10 to 11 board drift. So it allows the hips to open up really quick, the arm swing to get behind the head, and to project the ball more inside and out down the lane.
Numbers this year for Matt. Can't find the range here, either lane. 2-8 double wood remaining. And he's in real trouble here, Kelly.
Definitely so, Dave. You know, again, the gentleman, he got 6 practice shots coming into this match. And what can happen is the lanes can transition just after those 6 shots alone. So we're really starting to see the ball lose energy. Again, I would assume a ball change is coming up pretty soon, or a hand release change. 2-8 spare double wood.
Love this look. Covers nicely. The bowling combine for college prospects will take place August 6th through the 10th in Arlington, Texas. College coaches from all across the country will be at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington looking to meet their stars of tomorrow. The athlete application deadline is approaching, so visit bowl.com/combine for all the details. First national TV appearance in Matt's career, had done some local TV in the Milwaukee area. But nothing to this level until today. And the same for Tom, but Tom Hankey Jr. has responded in spectacular fashion so far. His third frame, 22-pin lead. Looks on a spare, all 10 back again.
What I really like about Tom's game, though, I think he has a slight advantage in this match. He really gets the ball over the first 6 to 8 feet of the lane. Hits the ball up in front of him, so he's already getting the ball to start in a directional change. And again, he's able just to control the pocket. Notice his worst leave has been a 10-pin.
And that was an easy conversion for Tom.
There it is. So I mean, Dave, how just kind of getting it over the front portion of the lane. The ball's already in that directional change, doesn't have much to migrate, and really controlling the 1-3 pocket. Right now, he's executing, and he's playing the game of chess and controlling every strategy that is presented to him. Matt Hibbard's big change, start to move a little bit left with his feet.
Gonna have to.
Same ball.
Elbow tie, Alec Brooklyn. And he'll take the strike.
I hate to compare sports, but right now Matt's fishing.
Yeah.
Both players in the right lane. You can see, even though with Matt's big drift, Tom's sliding about 29. They're both sliding about the same part of the lane, but Matt is crossing about 16, whereas Tom Hankey's around 18. Much tighter angle in front of him. Doesn't leave the ball a lot of room to go in similar directions, different directions. Matt needs to get on board here.
His best shot, championship match. Is it too little too late is the question at the midway point. Older brother Billy, a collegiate bowler at St. Ambrose, 1 year ahead of him in Davenport, Iowa. They grew up very competitive, as you might imagine, with siblings. He told us last night, well, we're about even now. For a while I was better than he was better, now we're even. Works on a strike to go up by 32. Has all 10 into the pit. Tom Hankey Jr. is feeling it today. A 5th frame strike. and a big lead.
Great camera angle by our TV crew here. Again, doesn't get the ball to deviate too far. That yellow pin on the ball, you see it's really standing up somewhat tall already off his hand. Less tilt, less axis rotation, gets the ball into a smoother, earlier roll, and it's just something that is more controllable. But a huge commanding lead by Tom Henke Jr., plus 32 pins as they're both gentlemen completed the 5 frames.
As a turkey looks for a 4-bagger. 4 of 5 strikes. Trying to go by 42, not this time. This is the pocket, not by much, but it's a pretty clean miss with a 3-6-10 and no split to contend with.
Yeah, adrenaline's going through, just caught a little bit more with his hand. You can see he doesn't quite project it as far right down the lane. Once it gets into that lollipop or that Space Needle, he didn't like it off his hand either. Leaves 3-6-10.
He told us last night he's really fascinated by lane maintenance, would like to get into that as a career. He's also an IT major at Weber International. Covers there nicely, and as he told us correctly, everyone needs an IT guy, right? I mean, they always have a job in the digital age. Tom Henke Jr. is rolling. He's got a big lead on Matt Hibbard. The championship match today here in Dayton, Ohio.
There are those who stand forever ready. Ready to defend the nation. Ready to fight for what matters. No matter what.
Let's go! Get my round in there!
Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Tom Henke Jr., a freshman from Weber International of Florida. A significant 29-pin lead head-to-head with Matt Hibbard from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. The Panthers does have a chance for a turkey, though, here, Kelly, to cut it to 19. He needs it badly. Huge shot in our championship match. Can't find it.
Great Church.
Great Church lead. Wow.
Yeah, off his hand, just like he backed his hand out of the shots in comparison to where maybe when you go further inside, try to go around it. Deeper, sliding about, yeah, still 30. Doesn't quite seem to catch as much with his hand. I think he's trying to tighten up his angles and back his hand out of it to keep it more in front of him. But even at the break at the end of the pattern, again, leaves the Greek Church.
That just takes care of the 10, so leaves 4 in the count, just 6, and that lead balloons now to 52 pins on the bench for Henke Jr., who is sitting pretty here with his 7th frame coming up.
Yeah, right now, if I'm Matt Hibbard, this is kind of like a Hail Mary. I got to try something totally outside my comfort zone.
Something, right?
To give me any type of chance of coming back with a few strings of strikes here. Comes back right there. Gets a little bit further left. Almost in the same area as Tom Henke.
One shot too late, Kelly.
Yeah, if I'm Tom right now, I'm just thinking to myself, control the 1-3, keep it simple. I'm an excellent spare shooter. Right now, I'm almost on cruise control. 6 out of 8 on the right lane, 6 out of 9 on the left lane has been clean every single frame outside of those strikes.
What a day for the freshman. 7th frame. 10 more down. Tom Henke can feel it.
Another great camera angle. Again, Tom Henke just continuing to migrate left, further inside. Ball still splitting the 8-9. Total concentration, level-headed, eyes focused on the target. Again, just gas pedals down on cruise control. He is in control of this match.
And that goes back to what he said to us, Kel, last night, that he felt like his lane management, emotion management was at its peak heading into the championship show. And man, as he delivered today with that, he's made the moves when necessary. Good adjustments. Gets a break. And all 10 back again. And look at that lead. 62 pins through 8 for Henke Jr.
Yeah, he can max out for 257. Huge score after coming off that 248. match in the previous one. Matt finally makes the big move. No ball change. She keeps chasing it further left. Catches a double. Only 205 max score for Hibbard.
It's Mom Danielle, his lifelong coach, helping out as much as possible here. Uphill battle, though, against Hankey Jr. Strikes again for the double.
Makes the move, so as he got into that early traction, all the friction in the front created by the right-handed bowlers all in the same pair. Matt's just initial move was just to keep chasing it further left, and again, keep it in front of the 3-pin.
Completes the turkey and cuts it at 42 pins. Foundation frame time now for Hankey Jr. trying to put this one away. He's closing in on a championship. Perfection.
Couple pins here for Tom Hankey Jr.
Just really needs to keep on the lane, Kelly.
Yep.
This will be wrapped up for Hankey Jr. What a story. The freshman from Western Massachusetts down to the Orlando area for college. And he's about to bring Weber International another championship.
I have to say, Dave, 20 frames. He had only one mishap in those 20 frames.
That's consistency. Tom Hankey Jr. is a winner today in Dayton, Ohio. The freshman from Weber International is the 2019 ISC National Champion. What a day for Hankey Jr., who's overcome by emotions. The freshman is a champion today here in Dayton. Head coach Del Warren is thrilled. There's the double one, there's the title, it's official now. National Championship. Tom Hankey Jr. Our USBC Collegiate moment of the match, Kelly. Hankey Jr. taking care of business.
7th frame for Tom Hankey Jr. Packs 10 straight back right there. Gets over on the left lane where he's going to finish the 10th frame, but it doesn't matter. Catches the swishy strike. Likes it off his hand, shows the emotion. What an emotional victory here for Tom Hankey Jr. in 2019 Intercollegiate Singles Champion. Boy, I would like to see him in the beginning of his college career when he walked in the doors of Weber University as a freshman. And now finishing the year, capping off with a singles title.
So great to see him celebrate with Dad Tom, Mom Sheila, the Weber International coaches and teammates on the men's and women's side at Weber. And it's trophy time for the freshman, Tom Hankey Jr. You are national champion in 2019.
Rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today. The Intercollegiate Championships Men's Singles on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company, By Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. And by Hammer, nothing hits like a hammer.
Past champions like P.J. Haggerty, Nick Pate, Michael Tang, Brian Valenta, Francois Lavant, and Diana Zavjalova. A new champion here in Tom Hankey Jr. in 2019, joined laying level now by Kelly Kulick.
Tom Hankey Jr., congratulations, 2019 Intercollegiate Singles Champion. Describe to this crowd here as a freshman, you know, what techniques you've worked on to put you in this final frame right now.
Well, really all year it's just been working on versatility and really working on trusting myself, and the past couple months really has been the best it's been ever in my life. And I know everything's just coming together into one piece, and it's all showing itself right now.
I have to say, Tom, as a spectator, you made it look like you were doing this for the last 20 years, and you're only a freshman in college, so that's impossible, but this win was very emotional for you. Can you describe to the fans back home why this was such an emotional victory?
This one goes out to my team right over there. I love those guys so much. I love those guys so much.
That's fantastic. Weber University is such a great program, such a powerhouse. Winning this singles title is only for yourself, but also for your collegiate program. So wonderful. What does the future for Tom Hankey Jr. look like with this achievement right here as a singles titleist? What does the future hold for you?
Right now, it just means everything, and for the future, we've got the team event coming up, and we're going to get that one, I promise.
All right, Tom. Congratulations, your singles title, possibly a team champion for 19. 3 more years to come. Back to you, Dave.
Parents Tom and Sheila just thrilled with a national championship. Tom Hankey Jr. from Weber International makes collegiate bowling history today here in Dayton.